الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي ألف بين عباده وجعل بينهم مودة ورحمة وهذا من تمام منته وفضله علينا. نذكركم يا إخوة الكرام أن هذا اليوم يوم خاص للاجئين، فهم جديرون بالمساعدة لأنهم خرجوا من ديارهم إما لمشاكل بينهم وبين حكومة أو لحرب أهلية. وكما تعلمون أن من ساعد أخا له ناجا كريما ومحبة دائما. أحثكم أيها الإخوة بمد يد العون إليهم لأنهم نحتاج، كما قال الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: والله في عون العبد ما دام العبد في عون أخيه. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Praise belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who brought together his servants and made affection and mercy upon them. We are here today to remind each other about this great day, a special day for the refugee. They deserve love, care, help, and respect from us. They left their countries either because of family problems or war or to find a better life. I urge you, brothers and sisters, to extend a helping hand to them because they need it. Like the way our Prophet ﷺ said, Wallahu fi awn al-abdi ma dama al-abdu fi awn akhi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep supporting his slave, will keep providing for his slave as long as his slave is helping the needy. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Mark has dedicated his life to public service. In addition to being the founder and executive director of the Bridge MCP, Mark is president of the Voice of Justice, a social advocacy organization. For more than 2 decades, Mark has been tirelessly championing for the rights of children and families and fighting for expanded services in diverse communities throughout the city of New York. Mark, founder and president of the Bridge MCP. Let's give a round of applause.
Let me begin first with a prayer before I make some remarks. It says in Isaiah chapter 56 that when the final redemption will come to our people, all people, Jewish people, Christian people, Muslim people, God says, my house will be open to all. My house of prayer will be a house where all people, all religions can come together and pray as one. So important. So join me in prayers as we face crisis after crisis. So many tens of thousands of immigrants have come to New York City. I am blessed to be one of the sites that have collected over 5,000 boxes of clothing, food, and supplies for the immigrants. So let's pray together that we have a voice of peace, a voice of unity, a voice of love, because we're all children of one God. Amen. As the founder of the Bridge, it's very exciting to be working for 2 decades in bringing people together. I run a center in Brooklyn called the Bridge Multicultural and Advocacy Center. It's a smaller building than this, but it's a 9,000 square foot building. Political leaders that have the key to this building, where we come together on Passover, on Easter, on Ramadan, we come together as one. We celebrate each other's families, each other's children, each other's weddings, and we also sometimes have to be at each other's funerals. But it's a house of God, it's a house of the Lord, it's a house where everyone can come in. If you've been to any of my activities, you can see at the end of every event, we dance together. You have Hasidic Jews, imams, political leaders, congresspeople.
Representing the Christian faith, Bishop Lubin Moyes. Bishop Lubin Moyes Sr. is a native of Haiti who recently celebrated his 65th birthday. He has been married for 32 years and has 7 children and 16 grandchildren. He has pastored many churches throughout Texas, New York, and Haiti for 47 years. Bishop Moyes presently serves at a Grace Christian Church in New York and oversees Grace Universal Ministries in Haiti. Bishop is a founder and COO of Mount Sinai Worship Center and New York Mayek Institute. Let's give a round of applause for Bishop Lubin Moyes.
Thank you so much. It is an honor and a pleasure to be with you on this great day, the day that been set aside to celebrate honoring the refugees that had been fled their country some years ago. Even as we speak, they have been fleeing from different situations in their own homeland. But I want you to know that there is no place like home. I also a refugee, fled from my country 42 years ago, during the time of Baby Doc. Most of you know what's been going on in Haiti. But I thank God that God has saved me. Now I arrive in Haiti in United States where that I can find a safe haven.
Nagagaki.
Thank you. Little correction on my background. I used to be the vice president, and I used to be the president, but now I'm president emeritus. I look young, maybe, I don't know, but I'm already over 60, so I stepped down a little bit, and so that's the president emeritus of the Buddhist Council of New York right now. So maybe you've seen me before, but not as active as I used to be. But so this time I only have a few minutes. So what I'd like to do is actually, all the words are very important. So why don't we bring our words coming out of your own mind? So I'll ring the bell, and that's simplest, but yet it's a very important thing. We tend to, our eyes only look at the outside, but we forgot to look at the inside. So we can tell everybody else who's doing bad or good or whatever, but then we forgot to see ourselves. So what I'm going to do offer today simply, all the refugees or all of us who accept, or whoever we are, we are here, and each of us are human beings, and then we all take refuge in some of the peaceful place, and that's what we all need. And we basically have a same need. Sometimes some are more fortunate, some are not. So let's do a little prayer yourself. And so this is not working, right? Maybe you can sit with your back straight and relax your body and follow your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And simply you can it's a little bit challenging. So please. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Then you can lightly close your eyes or slightly open, and bring peace to yourself, and bring peace to the others. Bring loving kindness to yourself, giving loving kindness to others, giving to yourself the wisdom, giving others to
Sanyasin in 1999. Sanyasin. As well, he is the sectorial secretary of Ananda Marga in the New York sector since 2015. He is the president of Ananda Marga Incorporated in the US and spiritual director of Ananda Marga Canada. He is based in Flushing, New York. Ananda Marga and Yoga Meditation. Thank you for gracing us today.
Once again, namaskar everyone. Good evening. It is the great honor and pleasure to be to the part of this Refugee Day and Interfaith. And thank you so much for this Imam Shahidji and entire team and media peoples and also entire delegates, UN and different leaders of faith. It is the great honor and pleasure for Anand Marga to the part of this refugee. You know, as per Anand Marga, working in 1955 from India and also Bangladesh and entire more than 150 countries. This is the one platform called EMART. You can see this EMART. We had been served more than 1,000 and 1,000 refugees in Bangladesh, Lebanon, and numbers of other countries as well, Haiti, and also in Greece. And a lot of the children's homeless people and United Nations and UNICEF, Blood Bank, numbers of the people have been supporting us, and we are collaboratively working with different organizations in the South Africa. This is the more than 1,000 and 1,000 volunteers day and night working for that. This is the report nutshell I am giving before you. I am the Global Secretary of the Relief of the Refugee and the numbers of this service work as well. So it is the great honor to pray.
Thank you so much. But before my welcome speech, I want to request Mofadzal Sain. He's the director of district director of the David Weapon Office. He's going to be say something. He has another program, and then I'll give the welcome speech.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Shat Sri Akal. Namaskar. Assembly Member David Weapon couldn't be here because there's a special session going on in Albany, so he's trying to pass important legislation in the Assembly. But I'm sure he would want you to all know that he represents one of the biggest South Asian communities in Assembly District 24. And when we talk about South Asian, we talk about Bangladeshis, Afghanistanis, we talk about Pakistanis, Indians. And when we talk about our South Asian diaspora, we talk about Hindus, Buddhists, Muslims, Christians, even Jewish people who are among the Indian population. And that's the beauty about being a South Asian. We live in peace and harmony in our own communities, trying to uplift one another. And we worship one God and one God only. And when we speak of each other's prophets or each other's God, we speak of them with respect, whether that is Krishna or Muhammad or Jesus or Moses. And it's amazing that this organization is uplifting just that, a community where everybody gets to understand each other's religion. Actually, in Quran there's a verse where it said that God said that I have created mankind in different cultures and different skin color and spread them out so that they may learn from one another. And this organization is doing exactly that, so that we can learn and embrace one another's culture. Our difference is what unites us. It's not what divides us. It's what makes us stronger. And I'm so happy that you guys are doing the work that you're doing. Assembly Member David Weapon did send some citations that I believe Imam Shahidullah will be giving out. But I thank you guys once again, and keep up doing the great work. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Shat Sri Akal. Namaskar.
Thank you so much. And the David Weapon actually help all the time when we arrange any interfaith program, even though our own Muslim festival as well. He visited several times in our masjid, in the Darul Uloom, our interfaith center. Thank you so much and welcome. Today is we are celebrating the World Refugee Day 2023 in collaborated with Assemblyman New York State Assemblyman David Weapon Office District 24 and the USA Quiz chapter. Actually, this every year we try to celebrate the different, the days, national and international days, on behalf of Interfaith Center. And we have, this is the 8 years actually, we're working with the different organization in our community. What is the mission and vision? Why we, the work in the Interfaith Center as a Muslim young imam, in this our community? Because we believe that Islam means peace. Islam itself, word means peace. And then our beloved Prophet mentioned in the Hadith, the Ifshu Salam, spread peace from you, from your family, from your neighbor, from your community, from your state, and internationally. As a ambassador of the Muslim Islam, as a Muslim, this is our responsibility to establish peace, myself and my community. That's why we try to help like the refugee. As you know, the UNHCR, the United Nations organization, they publish like the statistic report, 110 million people in the world, the seeking the safety, and then the more than 40.5 million refugees still, they're unsecured. They need like the help. That's why we try to help like the refugee. And why we organize here? Because this institute, Darul Uloom New York, they always try to help like the refugees. Still, we hire more than we are not mentioning the number, couple of refugees, they work in this institute last 5 years, 7 years. Still they are in our office. And we try to help, the homeless people in feeding. In the month of Ramadan, we distribute more than 20,000 meal from here. And then the COVID time, we receive more than 5,000 phone call for the counseling, for the healing. And we did more than 40 or 45 funeral service from our center. This is not only for Muslims, this is not only for Bangladeshi, this is for everyone. This is like our responsibility. I want to say thank you all our good friend and our fellow, and this is our legacy to celebrate this type of event. And I want to say thank you David Weprin office, they always they help us. And then special thanks USA president also here, to this keynote speaker. He'll speak after my the welcome speech. And thank you the whole team, the USA Queens chapter, they support, and that's why that happened to this event. And the founder of and the president of the bridge MCP. And then special thanks that the Bishop Lubin Moise here. We just finished front of the UN like the peace march the couple of days ago, and this is continuous process. We have the couple of events. And special thanks to Dr. Abu Jafar Mahmoud. He always support and help, and he tried to help a lot of refugees in our community. He has a lot of business institution. I think he gonna be say something on his page. And special thanks the Ananda Marga and the yoga meditation. Today also we just came from the United Nations and the ground zero. We celebrate the interfaith peace and the harmony, the celebration. We have a lot of delegation came from South Asia, India, and the different country. Thank you so much. And special thanks, Brother Abdul. We just spent last 3 days, in the Washington DC to lobby and advocacy, how we as American, how we can help the whole world, how we can secure as a minority our rights, and that's why we spend some time. And thank you so much, the Muslim Entrepreneur Association. And special thanks, Brother Sani, also our co-organizer, the New York editorial. They always support and help us. And then other couple of organizations. Special thanks our big brother. He working actually internationally. The Dr. MD Anamul Haq. He all the way came from Bangladesh. He joined in the United Nations recently, and he worked for the community. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you, the Robert also here, just he arrived. Thank you so much on behalf of the program. And a special thanks WHPL, the hosting, the MC on behalf of, and the special thanks to Christopher also here, and all our brother. I cannot mention the refugee because today we start I'm already shared with my friends. Just give the 1 cup of coffee or 1 tea for the refugee. Just open your door. The mayor already announced, and we already start the MCC, the Muslim Community Center, accommodate more than the couple of refugees in the masjid, and our door also open. Whatever we have capacity, the facility, we're ready to help. Even though, and we try to, why we involve the assemblyman, because we try to do some advocacy with our politician, how we can accommodate, that this is the most diverse city in America, in New York City, in the Queens, how we can welcome to them. And thank you so much, and special thanks also, the group of people, they also came from the Sherman's organization. Our lifestyle. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you everyone. Hopefully you enjoy this event. Actually, just we start from ourselves. We want to do something. This celebration not only taking the picture or like the talking, we just share each other like our experience, and then how we can help.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. It is an honor to stand before you today as we gather to commemorate World Refugee Day, a day that is dedicated to raise awareness, and it's about the plight of millions of people. I want to just mention something that my brother Sabello John, he had spoke about is, let's think about the people that are not here. And when we start to think about that, I like to emphasize the importance of, branding and marketing these movements. If you aren't aware, my name is Malik St. Hilaire. I'm a part of the Empowered Lifestyle Network, where our pillars are to inspire, encourage, educate, and empower others. And in a world that is often divided, branding and marketing is going to provide us with that unique opportunity to bridge the gaps, break down the barriers, and foster understanding among diverse communities. It is only through effective communication that we can challenge stereotypes, change perceptions, and highlight the shared humanity that unites us all. So if you all just take a look at the sheets that were passed around, we were all passed around flyers or in the beginning an itinerary. If you guys just all look at the front, I would like you all to look at the front of those itineraries. When you look on the front end, you'll see a logo in the middle. You'll see t-shirts that are similar, that are all the same t-shirts. You'll see a banner. That is what my company and our company, Empowered Lifestyle Network, that is what we provide. When you look at the pictures throughout the flyer, the itinerary, that is stuff that was captured by our team and promoted through our team. So when we are going to put on a movement, when we come together and we all are here and we're like-minded, it's not about just physically being here. It's about now capturing that content, capturing the energy that is, sparked in here, the dreams that are sparked in here. And
World Refugee Day. We see a lot of things that are happening internationally. Just yesterday, a boat was capsized in Greece, where over 300 migrants that were fleeing terror, poverty, prison, political refugees were unfortunately deceased. I think if we look around this room, we're all byproducts of immigrants, right? We came from immigrant families. Oftentimes we forget the plight and the struggles that our forefathers, took. I can speak for myself. My father came to this country with nothing but just a dream of doing hard work, putting together a family, and helping raise good, productive members of society. We see throughout the world where the plights that are happening because of the wars in Ukraine, where different countries are starving. They don't have enough food. There's not enough grain that's there. So a lot of the same struggles that our forefathers went through, it's still happening. It's happening all throughout the world. And just
Assalamu alaikum. Before starting my short speech, I want to appreciate that our keynote speaker, Mr. John, he already represented us. His presentation is unique. He explained the things that we think. I thank you very much on behalf of the audience and myself. Distinguished presence, Assalamu alaikum. Today we have gathered here to make a true consortium to create new path to help those who have become victims of forced displacement, not to celebrate our individual or concerted achievements. On World Refugee Day, we are uniting in welcome to support millions of refugees around the globe who have been forced to flee their homes. Global displacement is at an all time high as the impacts of violence, oppression, climate change, and more forced millions to flee their homes. In just a decade, crises in Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Ukraine, Venezuela, Palestine, and elsewhere have put millions of lives in limbo as families seek a safe place to call home. On World Refugee Day, we honor and celebrate those who are rebuilding their lives here in the US, as well as those opening their doors in welcome. More than 100 million people living in countries rocked by conflict, persecution, hunger, and climate chaos have been forced to flee their homes. These are not numbers on a page. These people are individuals, including women, children, and men, going through difficult journeys, constantly facing violence, exploitation, discrimination, and abuse. This day reminds us of our duty to protect and support refugees and our compulsion to create more opportunities of support. These include solutions to resettle refugees and to help them rebuild their lives in dignity. We need greater international support for host countries, as called for by the Global Compact for Refugees, to boost access to quality education, decent work, decent profession, healthcare, housing, and social protection. And we need much stronger political will to make peace so refugees can return safely to their homes. This year's United Nations theme is Hope Away from Home. So, dear fellow colleagues, let's join hand in hand to fight in stopping forced displacements and make safest pathways for the refugees to return their homes. Thank you very much, Dr. Abu Zafar Mahmood, Ambassador for Global Peace, President, People United for Progress. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much.
But I strongly believe, because I know the nature and religious culture from the different religious people from the different countries' culture as well. That's why I strongly believe in my heart. Yes, maybe from every religious, this sentence or such word, maybe it's coming from this or religious and or religious persons to establish this peace for our country, for our nation, for our communities. So we have to start it from our community. So if we are able to establish the peace and cooperation for our community, it can be that may be raising opportunity to split this support, as mentioned, this empathy, sympathy, and support and cooperation and community peace. So it can be possible to spread the nationally and internationally. Then our
অনেক দেশ পারি করে দিয়েছি, বিবি বাচ্চা রেখেছি।
He came from Bangladesh. By crossing the border, he doesn't speak English, so he left his family, his children behind.
আমি বাংলাদেশে আমার সমস্যা, আমি একটা দলের সাথে কাজ করতাম, ওখানে আমার অনেক সমস্যা করতেছে ওই দলের সাথে কাজ করার জন্য। এই জন্য আমি দেশ থেকে অনেক কষ্ট করে এই দেশে আসছি আশ্রয়ের জন্য।
He's saying that he was working with a political group from Bangladesh and he has to escape to save his life, and he left his family behind.
আমি 5-6 মাস ধরে আসতেছি, কোনো টাইমে কাজ থাকে, কোনো টাইমে কাজ থাকে না, ফ্যামিলির খাবার দাবারে একটু সমস্যা হইতেছে, আমি একটু হেল্প চাইতেছি সমাজ।
He's asking for the help to support his family. Sometimes he works, sometimes he doesn't, so he's suffering here. His family is suffering overseas. More or less, this is the story. He needs help, right?
New York State Assembly citation, Dr. Abu Jafar Mahmood is justly deserve special recognition as they are being honored for their dedication and service to the community. This way, David Weprin, the member of the Assembly New York State, sent this citation. And now I want to request Reverend Bishop Lubin Moise, the president and founder of Mount Sinai Worship Center. Bishop Lubin Moise, please welcome. He's like the perfect father of the Rakibul Islam. He received on behalf of Rakib this citation. Thank you. You know, the international Quran competition, and then he is not able to join in Dubai Quran competition, but he's very good teacher, and he built like the faith-based school in his own village. He's very dedicated. That's why Darul Uloom Nehru decided to hire him as a Quran teacher. Please welcome. Honor on behalf of the David Weprin. And his organization have like the globally more than, I don't know, like the how many chapter? 125 countries. His organization have like the local chapter, and he working very hard. He's very famous and the world renowned in the Quran reciter, and he has like the own show in the national television. And his student almost the first prize winner, almost all over the world, more than 10 times, last 10 years. Thank you. Just stay. And
okay. All right. Okay, done. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Formally, our program is finished right now, but yes, Dr. Abu Jafar Mahmood, our community leader and the president and founder of People's United for Progress, now handed over like special gift. We're not mentioned like the token money. They cannot speak in English. Yes. Thank you.
What is? MashaAllah, Jazakallah. MashaAllah, Jazakallah.
Okay, later we'll talk. Anyone here? Anyone more? Everyone receive? Say Alhamdulillah and make dua for him.
الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم